So in math today, we're on chapter 3, lesson 5, and we've been converting fractions to decimals and decimals into fractions. And I'm looking at workbook page section 3-5, number 10, and we're supposed to convert 9/20 to a decimal. So we know that the denominator is always the divisor. The denominator is what says something's being divided into. In this case, something's being divided into 20 evenly sized pieces or portions. And I'm going to have 9 of those 20s. So 20 is my divisor, always my divisor. 9's my dividend. Dividend's what I have. I have 9 of those 20 pieces. So I'm going to have a number that's less than 0. So what I have to do is add a decimal point here and a 0. So I'm dividing 9 by 20. 9's my dividend, 20's my divisor. I'm going to get a quotient that's less than 0, and so I'm going to rely on decimals to represent that number less than 0. So 9 divided by 20, can't do it. Put a 0, it's going to be a number less than 1. Right, put the decimal up. I'm not really dividing 90 by 20, but that's how I'm thinking of it. That's how it's being represented. And that's 4 times. It's really 9 and 0/10, not 90, but 4 times, or 4/10 over here. So then I just like regular division, 4 times 0 is 0. 4 times 2 is 8. I subtract. I have my remainder of 10. Now I can keep adding zeros here, because 9 is the same as 9 and 0/10, and 9 is the same as 9 and 0/100. So I can add another 0 here without changing the value. 100 divided by 20 is 5. 5 times 20 is 100, and I don't have a remainder here. So my decimal is 0 and 45 hundredths. That's equal to 9/20. Now there's another way to do this. I could write, these are just procedures for representing these same numbers in different ways. If I have a number, now in my decimals, I have the tenths place, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, tenths, hundredths, thousandths, 10,000ths, 100,000ths, millions, etc. If one of those numbers is a multiple of 20, then I can convert it without doing the long division. And I know 100 is a multiple of 20. I can just look at it and I know that. So I can write an equivalent fraction with a denominator of 100. And 100 using the denominator of 100, it's a lot easier to convert it to a decimal. And we did this in our last lesson. So 20 times what is 100? Well, 20 times 5 is 100. So I multiply the 9 by 5, I get 45 hundredths. So I just say it, and it says 45 hundredths, so that's 45 hundredths. And today a student observed that if there are 2 zeros, there's 2 places behind the decimal point. Tenths, hundredths here. So that's number 10.